Well, hello there, and today we have a very special video. We are doing another play along, but this time we have Zi8gzag with us, and we'll be challenging him to some UK locations that I have handpicked and that the UK community has researched in their own time. So a big shout out to Wolf Trekker and all the legends for carrying out this research. And yeah, are you ready, Zi8gzag, to begin?
Yes, absolutely, Harriet. Should be a lot of fun. I already like playing UK, but I would not say I'm the best at it. So I'm looking forward to learning some new tips. And yeah, shall we get straight into it?
Yep, let's go.
Okay, so now you're gonna see my end of things here, and we're starting off in a round. Hedgerows, pretty typical UK stuff, I would say. So a few things I'm noticing here. Harry has told me that these outer gaps in the road lines, similarly to where I live in South Australia, are most common in Wales in the UK. So that's already something interesting. And then if I'm looking at the houses that are kind of like more like yellow or kind of white, they're not exposed brick. They're not like standard red brick houses. So that would also feel pretty good for Wales. But it is relatively rolling. There's no mountains, so there are only certain parts of Wales I feel that would fit here. Is there anything else I can quickly say? Not too much. Apart from that, I mean, got like a rock wall here, but I don't really think it's like that much crazy like going on. So I think I'm gonna go like southwestern Wales here, like north of Carmarthen. So I'll try that. And okay, it was all the way north there near Anglesey.
Yep, you got
Mm.
Wales. That's good to see. Yep,
Yep, yep, yep,
classic road gap meta.
yep, yep, yep.
But the actual wall is actually useful meta here, and you can kind of
Okay, let's
use
check
the
that out.
architecture. So if you see like like the kind of like slate like vertically facing upwards
Mm-hmm.
throughout the whole wall, that is
Mm-hmm.
very common for Anglesey, and it's also quite
Ooh.
common for Gwynedd, which is where you get like Snowdonia and the west of
Right.
that. So when you come
Okay.
across those walls in Wales, because you can get similar ones in the Lake District,
Mm-hmm.
and I think sometimes you get occasionally Dales. The chance of you being in Anglesey or Northwest Wales, just Northwest Wales, is very high.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Southwest Wales, the walls are very useful. These walls are very useful to separate from Southwest Wales. Don't really
Right.
see it there, and the architecture tends to be the pastels tend to be more brighter color more commonly in the Southwest as well. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
Okay, Southwest is more bright, whereas these were kind of like dull colors, I guess.
yeah,
Yeah.
yep, pretty
Interesting.
much.
Okay, cool. Very nice. That was a fun first round. Let's check out what we got going on in the next one, shall we? Okay, so United Kingdom. Here we have more of like mixed architecture. I immediately thought of Northern Ireland for some reason as well, so I want to see if I can see anything that might confirm or deny that. We have place names. I'll try not to look at the place names. Let's see if I can just go. We have a wrapping on the signpost here. I imagine this is some meta. It's white. I'm not familiar with this one though. Again, we have place names. I'll try and look away. Yeah, it does feel more English, but also like this church to the south almost feels like it could have like been Scottish architecture as well for sure. What about this direction? We got some hilliness here. It's definitely relatively hilly. So I think I would go more North England here. I'm basically like basing that on the church and kind of the mixed looking architecture. But I could see this being as like my guess would like be anywhere from like Bristol all the way to like Newcastle. So I'll try Newcastle here. I have no idea where this is actually going to be though. Uh, okay, Wales again. Okay,
Yep. Don't worry,
so
it's not all
what's
Wales.
the meta there? Yeah. Okay, good. Got the Wales out the way there.
Yep. So there are two. I mean, the real confusing round that I put here on purpose was the architecture. Like in some parts of
Hmm.
Wales, you get quite a bit of English influence, like especially more
Hmm.
southern Wales.
Hmm.
And Carmarthen, it's kind of like you get some areas that more kind of resembles what you get in England, but you also get other parts of Carmarthenshire, like more like towards the coast of Carmarthenshire, that has more like what I said before, the bright pastel houses. But this was more of a bait with the
Hmm.
architecture. But
Hmm.
the big clue here is the like you said, the thing that goes around the pole, the sticker or the
Hmm.
plate. And
Hmm.
Wolf Trekker, shout out to Wolf Trekker for discovering most of the Welsh sticker metas. So the ones facing to the east, you see it's
Hmm.
white and it has like numbers going left to right and
Mhm.
and numbers going top to bottom. And when you
Mhm.
have that combination, you should only be in either Camarthenshire or Pembrokeshire. I don't think Caerphilly. So what I'm referring to here is the Welsh county councils. So
Mhm.
on the map, like Carmarthen is Carmarthenshire, like Narberth is Pembrokeshire. I'm sorry if I got that wrong. Or like Lampeter is like
So
Caerphilly,
on the
not Caerphilly.
southwestern tip, essentially,
Yeah,
that's the kind of region where you'd be seeing this.
yeah.
Hmm.
It's not called
Okay.
Caerphilly. It's called something else. My brain. What is it called again? Hold up, hold up. I need to get this right. Oh my god. I always forget about this one. It's um
Well, I
meanwhile.
guess my Bristol thought as well wasn't too bad, but
Yeah, I
yeah,
like the
that
Bristol
architecture
thought.
I would have associated that with England
Surrey
definitely.
Digion, Surrey Digion. So like yeah, so one thing that will be on the Welsh guide in the future is I will be showing where the Welsh county councils are and stuff like that. So
Because they don't show up on the GeoGuessr map,
that's the
eh?
thing, yeah, and hopefully one day like there'll be like some kind of script that will be able to like show it visibly, so people get a better
Hmm.
idea of where to guess within the regions, because there are some really really specific sticker metas. But there's a
Right,
second
right.
sticker to the
Hmm.
south, and
Hmm.
this one's very handy because you will see that the numbers. So instead of it going bottom, there's one always going to the side, but instead of it going top to bottom, it's going diagonally.
Hmm.
And that I have only seen in Carmarthenshire, and that's one I noticed when double checking Wolf Trekker's research. So that the second one is quite specific to Carmarthenshire. We
Hmm. Hmm.
also had street signs. I don't know if they were super visible because of the terrible lighting. But
Yeah, which ones were these? Oh yeah, so
yeah,
this one right here, I
I
think.
think if you change the date to like 2018, it
Yeah,
should
oh, I
appear
see.
more
Yeah,
clear. So
yeah.
this street sign is not just specific to urban parts of Carmarthenshire, it is specific
Hmm.
to the whole county council
County,
region, and
yeah,
it's a
yeah,
pretty
yeah.
big region. It pretty much covers the majority of the southwest side.
Hmm. Hmm.
Um, but you do get overlaps in Swansea, but 90% of the time when you see that, you are in Carmarthenshire. So that is a very
And
handy
so, are
street
they
sign.
always on the ground? Like these, they're always like kind of ground mounted
Um,
ones.
yeah, but the main
Hmm.
thing is most of the Welsh signs are quite generic looking. What makes it stand out is that the purple or pinkish text and like the pink or purple
Hmm.
band going around it. You don't really see
Yeah.
that anywhere
Okay.
else in Wales. So
Yeah. Okay.
that's
Pink
another
text. That's interesting.
useful one.
Yeah. Oh,
But yeah,
very good. Almost like reminds you of a Danish sign or something like that in a way.
yeah,
Okay, very good. Okay, let's head through to the next round, shall we? What's up? Okay, so we got street sign meta again here. We've got a Scottish bollard, which, as Harrier mentioned to me yesterday, is actually findable in England. So that's interesting. We'll have to keep England in mind still here. This architecture is interesting. Not really sure if I don't really know what I'd associate this with. It almost looks like Danish or something like that to me. It doesn't really feel that typical. Do we have anything else? I'm trying to see if we're actually missing anything. We do have place names here. Scottstown Beach. Feels pretty good for Scotland, doesn't it? And it looks like we might have East Ocean here, so I guess I can get in here and like see. It feels maybe more southern Scotland to me. But I could be wrong about that. I would kind of like be tempted to just go near Edinburgh here. But yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if it was England. Just the names surely make me think more of Scotland. So let's see if I right. Okay, it was a bit further north there. There we go.
yep.
Okay, so what's there?
So you did pretty well there. Yep, Scottish, the traditional Scottish bollard. But like I say, I think it's like the chances of coming across it is much more likely to be Scotland. So it should still be
Hmm. Hmm.
used, of course. But you
Yeah,
do
yeah.
get them in the UK, like you mentioned. But there is
Hmm.
some useful meta here. You said about the street sign.
Hmm.
That very like very striking blue with white text is very unique. But before we
Hmm.
jump into that, you said about the architecture, and I feel that's probably the more important thing to cover at first glance. So
Hmm.
in the Wales round, you notice that the houses are kind of pastel like and
Hmm.
dull.
Hmm.
Scotland can also have that, and you can see that too on the
Hmm.
west side. So
Hmm.
that's one clue, but the other clue is Scotland love the darker brick as well. So if you
Hmm.
see the west, you can see more hints of a darker brick going on with the buildings, and that's
Hmm.
I think it's known by some of the pro players outside the UK as well, so it's definitely worth noting. And it's quite common to come across. But yeah, darker brick with pastel houses is a very good chance you are in Scotland. And the other clue that not even, I mean, I will talk about the signs. So these blue signs are very unique. So I think Jamie in the UK community came up, either discovered this or brought it up with me. I think it was Cam as well. But you said about you think about Aberdeen. That's a very close. It's just a tad north, so you get those blue street signs north Aberdeen towards like Fraserburgh and Peterhead and stuff like that. And it's quite distinct to that very like northeast part, north of Aberdeen. So it's very, very specific.
Okay, and so what kind of area would that cover? So just kind of that area north of Aberdeen, basically.
Yeah, pretty much that. It kind of can go away from the coast. So I think that I'm not don't quote me exact on this, but I'm pretty sure further west, like somewhere like Turriff, might be the point where you will still have them. But like I say, if any of the UK viewers are watching, they can correct me if that's not the case. But yeah, it's pretty much north of Aberdeen, around that like northeast kind of bit that sticks out towards Fraserburgh. But there is environmental clues you can use here. So although there are some trees that were meant to kind of bait you if you were aware of any environmental matters with Scotland. So if you looked at the east, you see like literally barely any trees at all. It's not foresty. Like a lot of Scotland is quite forested. And when it's flat, so when you've got the combination of being very, very flat and lack of trees or lack of forest and woodland, that is a very good clue to hedge near Aberdeen. So like I think between Dundee, like there's a patch near Dundee towards Aberdeen along the coast. That is one good place, but more commonly that is also a good clue to guess around Aberdeen, or whether it's north or south of it towards the coast, because they
I can
just
see that,
don't
because
like
the rest
trees.
basically has those big hills which kind of have all the lakes between them. So yeah, but that makes sense for what you said. Nice.
Yep, that's pretty much it. Nothing else to add there, but yeah, quite a lot of
yeah. So it's like, I think the big thing there to remember, because like obviously you always have architecture in most rounds, so remembering that kind of darker brick for Scotland is definitely good.
Yeah.
Okay, move on. Round number 4. Okay, I feel like we may actually be in England this time. Regardless, we do have like a lot of red brick on this first house I'm looking at. Okay, we have bus stops, which are no doubt unique to this spot, but to me look pretty generic. Okay, we have another pole marking here. This is white with like some kind of a diamond or something at the bottom, and a red wrapping around the signpost as well. And we seem to see that elsewhere as well. Interesting. Okay, what about other houses here? We have some more red brick. It does feel like England. It's very flat. Again, it's one of these ones where like I would not be surprised if it was like a really baity North Ireland, but surely with this predominance of the red brick, I would be more comfortable with going England. And trees-wise, I don't know, it's kind of hard to tell because it's winter, but yeah, I mean, I would probably not go too far from London here. Maybe for like Northampton or Leicester or something like that. Might just leave it there, I think. Now let's go Northampton. Ooh, that was close. Let's go.
Very good guess. A very, very good guess.
Happy with that. Happy with that. Redeem myself after my bad Newcastle on Wales guess. Okay.
Yeah. You said about the bus stop sign. I have not covered this part of England. I've done mostly Welsh bus stop signs, so that wasn't really the clue I used. But I guess with research, I think some guys in the UK community can probably confirm this is probably like a Northamptonshire's county council, because a good thing with the county councils is each county council generally has different bus stop signs. They have different stickers or different sticker colours.
Yeah, definitely.
But some stickers are very unique. And he said about the diamond, you can get diamond at the bottom on other counties in England, but the main thing here is the blue text. The blue text with the blue diamond, and this, as far as we are aware, as far as Wooltrekker is aware, based on his research, that is distinctive to Northamptonshire. It's distinctive to that whole kind of county council region, which is quite a big region. But there's also an orange band on the the poles, and that is also another clue. So that combination of those two things is very specific to Northamptonshire.
Very
Don't
nice.
get the orange band all the time though. So
it could be also
Easter egg.
memorable with the bus stop, which is a similar color, so similar color scheme.
true.
So that could work nicely. But yeah, okay, that's nice. The orange band, I think like when it's like a bright color, that can be often really good for memorization. So like bright blue and bright orange there is quite nice. So yeah, nice. And so that was pretty typical English architecture all around the place as well.
Yeah,
not too much to say.
Classic
there,
southern round.
yeah, classic southern round.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm happy with my guess. 15 kilometers is good. Okay, round 5. Ooh, okay. May we finally have come to Ireland? I think so. My reason particularly is that this house to our like northish west, which is like really set back from the road, kind of has like this low fence in front of it with a gate. I feel like this is very Irish to me. The other houses definitely feel decent as well. It is also kind of hilly in a way, like pleasant countryside that you see in Northern Ireland. Anything else to say about it? I mean, we have like the British electricity sticker with the man getting struck by lightning here, so that would be a good way to tell it apart from the Republic. Now, is anything else possible? I'll be pretty confident on NI with this house. However, if it wasn't there, I guess like Wales would be the next option. But I'm feeling pretty good, so we'll see if I'm right. And wow, what, dude? I plunked the right town again. What the heck?
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Did you plunk Randallstown?
I did, like just outside of it. Yeah, 3.9
Jesus.
kilometers. Okay, it was pretty
Man,
central, so yeah.
Nice.
Okay, so
Yeah,
what are we seeing
bang
here?
on. Yeah, you pretty much got it bang on. The architecture, yes. Like with Wales, I think, like as you mentioned, Wales, that is a good thing to bring up because of like the Celtic kind of influence to some of the architecture towards the west coast of Wales.
Yeah.
Because like Wales could be split into half really, because like you tend to get more of the English kind of influence, like or Tudor style buildings towards the east side of Wales. But getting back to this, the walls. So these style of walls you can get in Wales, but generally in a more urban setting. So when you kind of get these walls, you only ever see these type of walls in Northern Ireland and, of course, Republic of Ireland. But if you know it's the UK, then that's pretty much a given. The other clue that I brought it up with the UK community, and none of them heard of it before. And I've told a few people outside the UK community about this matter. We said about the yellow sticker thing with the bolt going through the person and how that's distinctive. But there's actually something else here. Like,
is it higher on the pole? Could that have to do with it? No.
If you go to the other side of the pole, you will see that it goes all the way around it. Like there's no gaps at all. It's kind of a different. It's sometimes a different material. It's not really a sticker. It kind of like is a band that covers the entire thing.
Yeah.
And that is extremely common in Northern Ireland.
Ooh,
I've seen it in rare instances in England, but the chance of mudding that up is unlikely. But I have not seen this method at all in Republic of Ireland. At all. Like, never. But you never know in new coverage. You never know.
I have seen yellow stickers which looked like it, and then when I got close, it was okay. And I realized.
But the other thing that stands out is it looked very bright far away. Like it looks like it's a visual thing. So the more you see these, they're just everywhere in Northern Ireland, where they go all the way around.
Right.
But yeah.
Kind
of a niche thing that I've found in my own time. But
one thing I'd say as well, just from I was like grinding AI generated world, which has tons of Northern Ireland and Republic in it. And one thing I noticed is that both of those places tend to have a lot of like overexposed Generation 4. So I don't really know why that is, but yeah, it seems to be really common in both places, and a good not really like a good like way to confirm that you might be there or something, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Like I say, like what we said before, the walls, the architecture gives away Ireland and Northern Ireland. Obviously, you got the yellow plates confirm Northern Ireland, but the actual bands that go all the way around, like if you see it in Northern Ireland now, like unless like in your really urban areas, you know, you will see these quite often, and they actually stand out a lot further away. Like if you
definitely.
look at stickers that are not like this, they will not stand out as much. Like there's something weird with how they look far out. I don't know how it looks like they're literally strapped on it, rather than just looking like it's been stuck
and they're kind of a
it.
little bigger as well, probably.
Yeah, exactly.
Wouldn't be surprised.
But yeah, the overweight sports cam, yes. I swear there's something else with Northern Ireland's cam, because I don't know how many times, like I must like just be biased with selecting Northern Ireland for some reason, because whenever I guess Northern Ireland when I'm split, it's always Northern Ireland. Like, and I very rarely get it wrong. But it might just be an RNG moment. But yeah, pretty much smashed that. So
there's also one thing I noticed once you like if you go up slightly north or like slightly west towards the gate and look at like the second lamppost, so yeah, a bit further north. And a bit further west, then we have this black sticker with the yellow text on it, and I think that might be a Northern Irish one as well, right?
Yes,
it says 34 there.
Yeah, yeah. Like it's either yellow text or white text with the black. Yes, that's another good thing to mention about Northern Ireland is they have the black sticker. It's kind of been fairly well known, so I kind of sneaked it away from this round, just to make you think twice.
Yeah, of course.
But yeah, are you aware of the Leicester stickers? Leicester stickers.
I don't think so. So I'm lucky.
I will try and find one. Speed run it.
Yeah. Let's see.
10 seconds. Can we find it in 0.1 seconds?
Yeah, I got one.
Oh, nice.
There we go. Oh yeah, very similar. Okay, I must keep that in mind. Obviously, like with this amount of bricks, I would never go NI, so that's also good.
Yeah.
Not to mention that like NI and Republic of Ireland both have relatively little Gen 3, so this is a Gen 3 location, so I feel pretty good not to go there.
Yeah. You mentioned about bricks. There's also, you can get baited in Northern Ireland. There are some areas near Belfast or around Belfast that has brick buildings.
Yeah.
I've seen so many people being baited by that. So although it's nowhere near as common, but it happens.
Yeah, so, no, I've been baited by that before many a time, so good to know, definitely. Okay. So that was really fun.
What did you get?
9,974. Pretty good, I would say.
Yeah,
I'm happy with that.
Yeah, I think that's pretty solid, especially, you know, like if you exclude I know the Scotland round. I mean, like I say, the Wales round. Like pretty much we're really close every time. Like I could say, like going Southwest Wales or Northwest Wales is not a bad guess.
Yeah.
Because like if it's not Northwest Wales, it can only be Pembrokeshire. But like I say, without knowing the meta, I think that was a good guess to make. Because of the just because of the landscape, the houses, not really English feel, and obviously landscape wasn't quite right for anywhere else in Wales besides those two areas. But yeah, like I say, you had a very impressive guess in Northern Ireland, and you brought up Aberdeen. You brought up Aberdeen on Scotland, so you could have probably got even higher if you were more confident in Aberdeen. But hope like some new things came into use there, and yeah, there's so much more potential. Like even just like studying Wales, like I think it's coming towards the end of its first version. And yes, I'll probably go do more versions of it. And it's on 57 pages, so
whoa.
And 30 of that's meta. So yeah,
I like that.
It's pretty mad.
I feel like once all the UK stuff gets published, I might have my hand at some like a country streak within UK. I think like that'd be good fun. Yep.
And like I say, like the UK community welcomes anyone, and there are so many gifted UK players like Jamie, who is not really super well known for outside of the UK, but he is really good at it. He's very good at speed running it, and he's also very good at region guessing and stuff like that. Like half the information I've learned has probably come from him, along with Wolf and a couple of other guys. So yeah, props to them, shout outs to them for discovering most of these metas. And
I always love that kind of like regional pros, you know, where like you have someone who's fairly unknown who just like excels at one country and just like could put like even the best players in the world to shame just because of how much they've grinded it and how much like really specific knowledge they have. It's great fun.
Yeah, like I feel like the UK has so much potential, has so much potential to have so much different metas. Like there are so many maps I've seen where we get UK motorway rounds, and it's you know, as much as it's great to have motorway rounds at times, it's kind of disappointing because there is so much more places in the UK that can be region guessable without any clues. Even if it's an urban environment, like think of the Camarthen round, for example. Like you didn't have any place names, you just had architecture, you just had you know, you may have street signs, but even then you had the stickers. Like there's so much potential. I think with the UK, a lot of people get put off by how urbanly dense it is, and you know, and like I say, it might feel too urban, but it really depends on which location you pick. And yeah,
and I guess particularly because people like don't really like that urban stuff so much, it's really great to actually know that there are urban metas that can get you closer. So yeah, I feel like that's kind of the key thing.
And because UK is so urban, like the majority is just urban sprawl. Like there are some areas, like for example, North Aberdeen, you can region guess that. You can region guess Northwest Wales based off just using the walls if you know you're in Wales, and you can use the architecture. Architecture is quite common even in more remote rural areas. There's so much potential. Like I said, the plates and sticker thing is a massive thing that has a lot of potential for the UK. And like I've noticed some places where I've not far from me that I've seen, oh wait, this is a very unique county council sticker. Whilst I'm travelling through it, and it's not even on Street View yet because it hasn't had new coverage. Right. So like even now, you know, there's probably going to be more that are going to turn up in the future because I think there's going to be more county council specific stickers, but it seems to be going that way. But yeah, it'd be good to see how much in depth it goes. And like I say, there's already been so much research put into Wolf, so big props to Wolf, of course, and all the other guys have offered to help, like Pop Guy and stuff like that. So
definitely,
yeah, that's pretty much it. But yeah, thanks Zi8gzag for spending your time. It's been great. It's great to have you on the channel once again. And yeah, you played very well. Some amazing guesses there. You've definitely got some very good Northern Ireland vibes for sure.
Yeah, apparently that's true. Although I think it's quite a small sample size. But yeah, thanks for having me on, Harry. Yeah. That was great fun.
Also, definitely check out Zi8gzag's video on his channel. I have been challenged to do some Australia, so it's going to be very interesting to see how I do.
Definitely.
And yeah, definitely going to learn a few things for sure. But yep, thank you all for watching. Check out Zi8gzag, and we'll see you in the next video.
Catch
yeah,